All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Regional Troublemakers. I'm your host,
Stop.
Nathan.
We gotta stop,
This
bro.
nigga just going
I'm
cut
so,
me off in the middle of
I
the
am
intro.
so
All right,
sorry,
guys.
bro.
All right, guys. All
I'm
right.
so sorry.
Well, let's listen to him.
Usually it's a better day. We can talk about normal things, but bro, it is crazy. It is crazy how someone beat the odds. You have the government, you have the FBI, you have the media, you have all these sources, and you still get out of those serious crimes.
Want to know how?
How?
With baby oil.
Slip
right
through.
Slip right through.
Diddy, it's crazy to think that Diddy might be out before we turn 40.
Yeah, which is crazy.
You know how crazy that shit
and
is?
This nigga's about to get slippery up in here.
Shit.
You know, he's about to do crazy shit.
Everybody.
Especially because,
What?
he got denied bail.
Oh, yeah, he got
so
denied
he's
bail.
vexed.
Oh, 100%. That hurt his pride.
Yeah.
Nigga, what?
Especially because he's like, yo, I got the money.
Yeah.
Don't ever insult me like that. I got the money.
I got the money several hundred times.
Which also, because now, how long has he been in jail now?
Since last September? August or September.
Okay, so we're almost going on a year.
We're going on a
and
year.
they're obviously going to do time served, right?
Shit. I didn't consider that.
So what? It's a maximum?
So they said that the two guilty charges, the two charges that he got guilty, it's 10 each. However,
okay, 10 each.
It's 10 each.
But they said, the maximum is really if the judge wants to teach you a lesson.
Exactly.
Which, teach this nigga a lesson. What do you mean?
I
teach
don't
him
know.
a lesson.
I don't know. Like maybe someone's going to say something to the judge, and the judge is going to be like, you know what, man, I'm just going to give you 7 years, maybe 4 years.
That's the thing too is because
minimum is 4.
Yeah, minimum 4 in total.
4 each.
Okay, 4 each. So it's minimum 8.
It could be yeah.
But so you said it's minimum 4.
No,
so he's
minimum. Okay, wait. Sorry about that. Because when I was reading the article, it said, with the total, the minimum is 4 to 5.
Okay, in total.
Yeah, so it can be 4 to 5, maximum 20. But like you said,
well, the fact that they denied bail because they said they think he's still
well, nigga, you beat Cassie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he's
all that shit.
What's the freaking word again?
Domestic
a danger to. Oh no, he's a danger to society. That's what the judge said.
Okay.
I would think with that, knowing everything else, I would say, yo, put this guy away for a while. Because what? That's the other thing too. 100%. When he does get out, he's gonna be like, "I'm OJ up in here, bro. What do you? I'm gonna come after all y'all. I'm out,
bro." His ego was already here.
Yeah.
His ego now is sky high.
They uplifted him.
He's telling yo, you know what's crazy? You had Kevin Hart, you had all these other comedians
saying, yeah, it's over.
Not only saying that, they're like, oh, no Diddy.
Yeah.
Diddy's coming back. He's coming back.
He's coming, and he's gonna catch you.
Run.
And
run.
He's used to baby oil, so he got the special gloves that grip you. So don't be trying to use baby oil to slip out.
He has
he's gonna grip you.
It's over. Okay, so the way I felt when I was reading that article was it brought me back to that time I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics. Okay, there was this one time I was grinding for 7-8 hours, and
pause.
What? Oh, okay. Sorry for non-gamers. It's not the dying. It's not the grind person putting their waist on you. You're grinding. Not
was it? I like when you squibble and squabble like that.
Your daddy. It's crazy. But okay, so I was playing the game, and the thing was, I was training my guys for the longest time, and there was this one match where basically I'm fighting these monsters. You remember in Final Fantasy the ones that self-destruct, right?
Yeah.
All my guys super high level, and there's no way I could lose. The way I'm thinking about it is there's no way I'm clearing out the whole field, and there's one monster left. And what I usually do, I surround the monster with all my characters, so the monster can't go away. All my characters have high stats, so there's a guaranteed hit.
Yeah.
There's no way I could lose. My first guy hits the monster, doesn't KO it. It deals enough damage that the monster has less than 20 health left.
Okay.
Okay. My other guy is right behind him. A back attack is 90 plus degree percent that you can hit this person. It's 92%, bro. Okay? There's no way my person can miss.
Yeah,
my person misses.
Crazy.
And not only that, it's the monster's turn, and bombs use self-destruct, kills all my overpowered guys. And I'm like, what are the chances of this ever happening? And thinking about the Diddy case is what are the chances? You had the FBI raid your home. They had stacks on stacks of evidence, witnesses, cross-references, and all that stuff. And you still beat the major cases.
Yeah, which I was going to say.
What the fuck?
they talked about on Abba and Preach. They said the FBI doesn't come after you if they don't have anything.
Yeah.
Because they have years of stuff. So I don't understand how that happened.
Bro,
I feel like what it tells you is it literally tells everybody out there, which is also dangerous, I think. Forget Diddy aside. Like, Diddy aside.
Okay.
This is dangerous. I feel like it tells people, get money and you're good. Because that's literally what it is.
It sets a dangerous dead president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got money, you can do the most heinous shit and you still have a chance of getting off.
Which is crazy.
Which, like I said, we talked about it. This man obviously did crazy stuff. Regardless of what the verdict was in the end, he's obviously done crazy stuff, and he's going to get maybe 5 years. There's been people that had like 2 grams of weed in their pocket and are still in jail now. And they're not violent. They've never had like history of violence.
Yeah.
They just want to prove a point because of all this hype that came around like weed at the time.
And not only that,
and now it's legal, and you're still in prison.
Which is crazy.
But this guy did all this heinous stuff, but because the prosecution couldn't actually get to it, okay, we're going to let you off.
It's crazy.
You're actually a danger to society because the judge said, nah, I deny your bail because you're a danger to society, but I'm only going to lock you up for 5 years.
You know how crazy that shit is, bro?
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's wild. Like, the lawyers are like, who are you? Like, remember how I was telling you earlier when we were talking about, like, the first few weeks of the trial, and I told you that there were times when, like, the first part, they have to, like, paint the picture of who Diddy is, and they have to back it up with evidence, right? Yeah. And there are times when the prosecution would go and have like a witness there, talk to the witness, cross references and all that stuff. And after that's all, judge. And after Diddy's lawyer will walk up, calm, cool, and collective, and he'll be saying some things, and he's like, okay, and basically he'll just look at talk to the person, the witness, and after he'll be like, judge, can you refute everything that the prosecution said? Because it's not really contributing to anything more than just character assassination. Yeah. You're not really providing anything else. And the judge is like, okay, overruled. What? Oh, bro, like...
So your whole thing that you just did is over. Like, okay...
What was the effort? Oh my God, bro.
I don't get it.
It's crazy. So, like, run. Everybody... Like, bro, it was crazy because with my job, I'm able to work with clients, and after I'm telling them, okay, yo, give me your computer, and I'll work on your computer for like 2 hours, and I'll call you back when your thing is done. So I'm allowed to like watch. I'm able to watch videos and all that. I don't know if you remember. Do you know who Toure is? Toure?
I feel like I heard of that name before.
He's like this. You can say like a black media. Like he doesn't only do. Like remember, he's the guy who asked R. Kelly like, "Do you like young girls?" And he's like, "How old is young?" Like.
That's a crazy response to that question.
How old is young? What are we talking about?
That's a crazy ass
teenage
response.
Girl? What are we talking? Like I don't remember. Like, remember that?
Yeah, nigga, answer the question.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
What the hell you mean?
What do you mean by young?
What do you mean by crazy. Young? Yo, bro, everybody knows. So yeah, he was the guy who interviewed him. Yeah. Okay, I remember him making just last week. He made a video about Diddy and being like, yo, he was confident, bro. Like. This is guaranteed. Like you walk into the soccer, like the goal in the soccer field, where the goalie is like yards behind you. All you gotta do is just walk the ball to the goal, right? Yeah. He's that confident. Only to find out that Diddy dropped, like, is free from the major cases.
That's my whole thing too. Is like, so what's the explanation to that? Is it just telling you that the system doesn't work? Because that's what I don't understand. Like, and it's literally that's the other thing too. Well, because it said it's like federal court, right? Yeah. Is that why? The thing with Cassie didn't necessarily. They just looked over it because that's more a just domestic thing. No, but he also literally beat her in a hallway of a hotel.
Yeah, and that was when
Like, how is that not okay? Well, I guess they took into account thinking that he's a
violent person. Yeah,
violent person.
Yeah, he is.
But like, yo,
bro,
I don't get it. But it is what it is. We're gonna see. Like, in 5 years, if this guy's just out,
run Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart was the one who was like, "No, Diddy," and everyone's laughing.
Yeah, people going off,
bro, and Kanye West must be over the moon about this because he was the one who was like, "Oh, free Diddy," but
Kanye West is probably living on the moon.
Kanye is a different thing, but yeah, guys, oh my God,
we're gonna find out.
My God, and someone was saying, "Oh, did people outside the courtroom?" Were covering themselves in a baby oil. Okay,
of course they were.
Look, this. I don't really do that a lot, but we got. You know how Chris Rock said we got black people and we got niggas. Yeah. And we got black people.
Oh, it was only black people who's doing it. Niggas.
Yeah.
Straight up. Nah, that's straight.
We got the blacks weren't doing that. The blacks were like, damn, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But you got some niggas covering themselves with baby oil and dancing.
What is the fucking point?
I don't know. Clout.
Yeah, but even then, I don't want to be known for that.
No.
That's what I don't understand.
I think
people will literally do anything for attention. Anything.
It's so crazy. You know I think it was this morning, Diddy's private chef made a video. I don't know why she's doing this. Obviously for attention. What am I talking about? And she was like, I personally wrote a letter to the judge asking Diddy not to make bail for Diddy. But I'm like, do you honestly think if you were not called as a witness, if you weren't called for a testimony or all that stuff, you think that like your letter that you wrote to this judge, actually had the judge be like, yes, because you're someone I don't know that wrote this letter that's really heartfelt. I'm going to take your words into consideration. No, bitch.
Also,
shut up.
You're going to post that on the internet, right?
Yes.
And then this man's going to get out in 5 years. And
right.
be like, oh.
Really?
You're the reason. I'm only back now.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Go make me dinner. Yeah.
He's gonna put a bag over her head. She's gonna capture her.
This guy's gonna put baby oil. This girl's gonna come into the kitchen.
Oh my god. Gonna make mistakes.
Like, that's what I understand. Like people don't think.
Just everything for clout.
That's the other thing too. Like you said with the covering yourself in baby oil.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Like let's say for example,
it's
a completely different case, and the person that's like the defendant, like murdered somebody, and they get off. What are you gonna go do? Murder somebody?
It doesn't make sense.
Like that's literally what you're doing. Obviously, that's more extreme, like case.
Of course, yeah.
But this guy beat people and used baby oil like in weird ass ways. And so you think, because he got off, let me put baby oil on.
It's so dumb. And people are like,
I don't understand.
He should contact Johnson & Johnson and make a deal with them, like how Kanye West made a deal with Adidas. But I'm like, nigga, do you honestly think Johnson & Johnson wants to be affiliated with Adidas?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Think, people! Common sense.
Yeah.
Common sense.
We're gonna find out what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's why. When is it? They said like
the sentencing.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. Because I know that it's the 4th of July this week. Well, it's today actually. The time of the recording. But I don't know the when he's going to be.
It's sometime in July. I just know that.
Sentencing time date.
Which is crazy. The fact that this guy got denied bail and he was upset. Of course, you're upset.
Proposes on my birthday, October 3rd? Why always my birthday?
So he has to stay in there until then.
So that's going to be over a year.
Yeah.
A year and a month. Why? At 10 a.m.?
So 100% it's obviously going to be time served.
That's what he wanted.
I feel like he's probably going to get time served, and then he's going to get 5 years. So time served is going to knock off a year and a bit. So he's going to have 4 years to do.
Okay.
That's what I feel like is going to happen.
Fudge, bro. Run. I'm just saying, every single person. I mean, run. Because this guy, look, if this guy was over the moon, like he allegedly, I don't know, which was not proven, but like the shit that he did to Kid Cudi's car and all that shit. This nigga, you don't think that he's going to do something to you? Yeah,
Kid Cudi and Cassie need to run away.
Oh, yeah,
they need to run away.
Take everything, leave America.
You have time.
Leave America.
Go somewhere.
Leave America, because the next time freaking was Cassie's husband is going to see his wife is going to be when Diddy's doing shit to her again with remember the screen call? Well, it was the video call.
Video call, yeah.
The video calling.
Crazy. This guy's gonna give this man PTSD. This has Johnson & Johnson.
Oh my god.
100%.
And people are like, serves Cassie right. My dudes, okay, even if Cassie is the worst of the worst, right? Let's say
she's not, obviously.
No, but obviously not, right? But let's say like you want to say, okay, Cassie's a bad person. It doesn't change the fact that what Diddy had done.
Which is crazy too.
It doesn't.
How many times have people complained, talked about, you're victim blaming? She was a victim, regardless of what you think. She was a victim.
100%.
And now you're saying that she's a horrible person, so you're victim blaming. Because you're trying to find reasons of, she wanted this. It was consensual. So victim blaming. So the same shit that the internet gets mad at people for doing when it's their thing. So now you can't do that because this is my feelings. You're going to judge somebody else. This is what I said I hate about the internet. You can't be judged. Like if you're doing something on the internet, you can't hurt my feelings because it's my feelings, and you're not allowed to judge.
It's my truth.
But then I'll judge the shit out of you, and the only reason why I can judge you is because that's how I feel. It's my opinion, and you can't change my opinion. The shit is backwards as hell.
Stupid.
Backwards as hell.
All right, well, guys, just know that October 3rd, my birthday, so that fall. When was that fall? Whatever. The time when we were going to record, we're going to talk about how long he's going to be spending.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine, like, we turn, like, 38, and he's out. That's crazy. That's 5 years from now.
Yeah. That's crazy. In 5 years, we're going to be 38. Don't talk about that shit. That's crazy.
Hopefully, we're going to be in our, like, a huch studio. We're going to have, like, everything. Not hopefully. We're going to have that stuff, guys. So, you know what we got to do?
Manifest it.
You got, don't do. Can I be very honest with you? I didn't like the whole, like, manifesting culture, and I hate it more now because of B. Simone. When she was like, you gotta manifest this. I'm like, yo, B, shut the up. Shut up, B. I don't like her.
Shut up, B.
Bitch. Okay, anyways. So, bro, Nathan got profiled. When was it? Today?
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing.
Was it today?
It's weird. Yeah. Literally, this morning.
Nathan got profiled.
It was like, I didn't even, like, because that's the thing. I'm driving to work.
Okay.
And I have to open up a fence, like, to get, and then I park my car inside the fence because it's the, like, site that we work on.
Okay.
Because if you park on the street, I'm going to get a ticket.
Okay, so
even though, every morning for the past month and a half.
Okay.
So even though we have signs that says no parking in this zone, we move those and then we park in that zone because it's for our site.
Exactly.
But somebody got a ticket while doing that. So now the guy said, okay, so that we don't get tickets, park on the inside of the fence. So every morning we have to open the fence. So obviously I have to park my car like in front of it because there's no space right away. So I put my hazards on like you're supposed to do. I have a hard hat on my head. I'm opening a fence. I see a car, like a cop come down the street.
Okay.
I was like, drive by, bro. Just drive by. Okay. And then they stop. I was like,
really?
All right. So I was like, I'm just keep doing what I'm doing.
So two?
Yeah, there was two people in the car.
Got you.
So I'm just doing what I'm doing because I was like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm opening my site. I have a hard hat on. So obviously I work here, right? So I'm doing that. I go, I open the fence. I get everything open. I walk back to my car. I think they even let me get in my car, and they're still staying there. So at first, I thought they were just waiting because there was cars coming this way. So I thought they were just waiting so they could have time. So I didn't think anything of it.
Okay.
Then I go. Well, I know, actually, I get ready to go back into my car. There's no more cars, but they're still staying there. So I was like, okay, that's
watching
weird.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I go to my car, and they're like, are you going to move your car? I was like, yeah, I'm literally coming to move my car. They're like, you're sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm just moving the fence. They're like, okay. And then they watch me get in my car, and then I drive in, and then they close the fence, and then they drove off. And then the worst part, too, is I thought, okay, I'm the only one here, because I was like the first one on site.
Okay.
I get in, I park my car, another guy that works with me comes, he's like, the cop stopped you, huh? I was like, you saw that shit?
But that's such a stupid thing to do, because clearly, if you put two and two together, this guy puts his hazardous lights on.
And I'm opening a fence,
so
and I have a hard hat on. What do you think I'm doing? Literally, because there was no space, my car was almost on a diagonal. So I can understand it seems weird, but I have my hazards on, and you see me moving a fence. So there's a good chance, hey, maybe he's moving that fence to drive into there. Because that's the thing, too. Are you going to move your car? No, I'm going to fucking keep my car in the middle of the street with his hazard lights on an angle.
Give me a ticket, please.
Yeah.
I don't... common sense!
So I was like, oh, okay, damn, that really just happened. All right, cool. And then what's crazy is we had our cars parked there. Like I said, for the last month and a half, every single day it's been like that. Tell me how a city, like, security person comes and says, you guys are not allowed to park on here because it's a working site, and was ready to give us tickets.
But I
was like, we're on the inside of the fence on the site that we work on. Are you telling us we can't? Because he said you can't be parked there because it's a site, a working site. I was like, it's a working site that we work on.
Wait, you can't be parked on your own working site?
No, I think they're just being idiots. I think, like the woman said, guys, actually, we need to. That? Okay, any cops in the comment this. Is there actually a quota? Maybe they actually won't tell us. Everyone always says that there's like a ticket quota.
Someone told me that it's not true.
Yeah, so I don't know, but it's near. It was like close to the end of the month, right? So maybe it actually is true, and they're just trying to give tickets to everybody.
That claim that whatever.
Yeah, we don't know if it's true or not.
But it has been there for like even my dad used to say that long time ago. Like I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Because there's a lot of tickets that happen near the end of the month.
Yeah, all the time.
That's the other thing too. Is like, yeah, what do you mean? But the only thing, because like then we were nervous. So I was like, what happens if they come on site and literally put a ticket on the inside of our come in defense? But I think because it's a site, you're not necessarily allowed to just come on the site because it's a private site. So I don't think they're allowed to come in to give us a ticket.
So like, where do we park? So you're telling me if I can't park around the site, I can't park inside the site. It's like I have to park like blocks away from the site.
Well, there is like an actual parking, a paid parking, like down the street.
They want you guys to use that shit?
I don't know, but literally the superintendent came and said, "Get away from me, bro. This is my site. I run this site. And if anybody's gonna get a ticket, you're gonna have to contact me about it anyways. So go away."
I don't get it, man. They have nothing to do.
Yeah.
These are the city city watch? Like what are they?
I think it's literally
like a subdivision of police.
I'm not even sure. I think they're honestly like security or whatever, and they're like ticket patrol people. I don't know what.
Do they have guns?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do they have bulletproof vests?
No, not at all. Like one of the people that gave me a ticket was like this old ass lady.
Get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, it was funny story about that. I actually saw like a cop come like just get supper or whatever, like in the Bell Pros near me.
Okay.
And it's just crazy to see like I don't know, well, other people like see that and like, oh, it's just a cop. Every time I see a cop, I don't want to see the cop. Like, I don't like cops, bro.
100%.
This guy has his full obviously has his full suit on, right? So like a bulletproof vest. You see his gun in like the holsters. And this guy's just in line like this
all the time. They always do that. You're always doing that.
This guy's getting like a hot dog and a poutine. Oh yeah. And I was just like, yeah. But yeah, so I was like, they really stopped me. And the worst part, like I said, I saw them slow down, thinking, oh, they're just waiting because I said there's cars passing. So I was like, they're just gonna pass. And then they literally just stood there staring at me. So I was like, I even literally while I was moving the fence, I saw them. I was like, I'm not gonna go see you. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm not doing anything wrong.
That used to happen to me when I used to go on my walks. Like the same cops in the morning,
which is crazy. You're
always
going on a walk,
bro. It's crazy because I've been doing my walks for like 5 years now, and the same people who see me every day are still afraid.
This looks suspicious
all the time. Yo, even last night.
A black person being healthy. Imagine that.
It's crazy. Yo, it's always weird because I either get people like, oh, yo, I see you every day. Oh, keep the good work. Okay, cool. Or you get people who just look at you as if like, why are you
doing?
Here?
Yeah.
Or like, I'm sorry. I feel like we're doing this every time, but I don't want to do this all the time. But it's just like owners of dogs, they just like leave their dogs no leash, and the dog just runs, and they towards me, and like they're surrounding me all the damn time.
Yeah, bro, my heart is not strong enough for that.
Really?
I would die if a dog just run around me no leash.
I am ready. Oh no, I'm not gonna say it, but I am ready for violence. I'm always ready for violence when it comes to that. Like back then I used to be like, oh shit, let me walk on the sidewalks while they occupy both.
Yeah.
No, not the sidewalk. Let me walk on the street while they occupy the entire sidewalk, right? Yeah. But in my head, I'm like, nigga, why am I doing that? So one time I was like, yo, enough is enough. And I'm just keeping my side.
Yeah, you could also, your dog can move over and you can move over.
Bro, it's so weird. And they look at you and like, excuse me.
Yeah, why what do you mean, excuse me? Excuse you.
Excuse me. Like, what?
Yeah.
What? Nah, it's the entitlements. I promise you guys, nah, I'm not doing that shit. But, no, I'm done.
That's what I hate too. I think one time I was walking, which I understand it's a bike path.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I was actually, no, I might have been walking down like the actual right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So like bikes could technically be coming behind me, right?
Yeah.
And I remember one time I was walking and I heard like the person, get out of the way, or like, I was like, nigga, there's 2 fucking lanes.
Uh-huh.
I'm walking. You can see me. I can't see you. You can literally do this, and it doesn't bother anybody.
2 seconds.
But I'm in your way. So you have to yell, get out the way.
Nah.
Because you can't turn your wheel.
I usually get that. Yeah, I get that.
That shit is so annoying.
It's very annoying because I'm like, and I don't know, because my bike path, you can walk on it. Like, these show that you're
I understand it's a bike path, but literally, there's nobody in the other lane. You literally have to turn your wheel, and then you don't have to slow down. You could literally be gone, but instead you feel the need to be entitled and say, like, get out of my way. So that now I have to jump over just so that you can keep going in a straight lane.
It's very annoying.
Nah, yeah.
I even watched a video about that on Reddit where a lady was, like someone had like a GoPro cam on their bike, and they're just riding the bike. And after the person, like the title was "Who was in the wrong?" because the person who was riding the bike crashes into the lady who was walking her dog. And after she the lady was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, "You're blocking the way. This is the bike path. This is the bike path. This is not a walk path. This is a bike path." And the lady's like, Okay, but I'm still walking here. It's like, yeah, but I'm in the right because I'm riding my bike on the
which is so
bike
crazy
path.
to me.
I'm just like, dude, honest to God, do you not have places to go? Do you have don't you have life? Like, do you have a life?
That's the other thing too. Is what's annoying is now that bikes are allowed on the streets, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the first thing that they said? At least from what I remember, is they said now that you're driving on the street, you have the same rules as cars.
Yes.
So yes, a car could be going, but if you see somebody, you have the ability to stop. You don't just freaking run over somebody and then say, "Oh no, it's your fault."
Yeah, it's so dumb.
No, you have the ability to stop. You have the ability to maneuver yourself around. If you can't and it's dangerous, that's a different thing. 100%. But if you have the ability to get around somebody and it's not dangerous for you, then you're just being an asshole if you're going to go into them and then say it's their fault because they were in your way.
100%, bro. It's so dumb.
I don't. That shit annoys. I can't stand. And they don't follow the fucking rules.
Never.
They go through red lights. They freaking pass when it's not.
They don't do the indicators when they have to turn. Not a lot of them. You're actually.
And then if they get hit.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see me? Oh. I'm on a bike.
There was this one girl. I I don't know her personally, but it's a friend of a friend. And she posted on Facebook and Instagram and all that, being like, I'm going to sue the city because, I don't know where that went. I guess she didn't win because she didn't post a follow-up. But she's like, I'm going to sue the city, blah, 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 because your roads are not even. True. Okay, I understand that. However, the Bixies, because she was running those Bixies,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Bixies allow, you're supposed to wear helmets.
Of course.
You're supposed to wear a helmet when you're riding those bikes. And I think they say, basically, if you get in an accident and you're not wearing a helmet, then it's on you.
Yeah. It's just like not wearing a seatbelt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what happened? She got in an accident, fell, chipped her tooth. She sues the city. She's like,
because the roads is crooked?
The roads are crooked. But all I'm saying.
Did you tell her, oh, sorry, we're not in the United States here? You can't just sue for any.
I saw that. I was just like, yo, man, should I? Nah, I'm not even in the. I don't have the. I don't think.
Not even that you don't have the energy. You don't feel like using energy on that stupidity.
Exactly. How many times? I swear to God, I can, with one hand, I can tell you the amount of times I actually, participate in a conversation on Facebook where it was, a back and forth. Because it's always...
I can fully say...
maybe twice?
With confidence, I've never.
Okay.
I've literally never, because I could not be bothered. The only thing, like I said, I did, and then after that, I was like, when we were during freaking COVID, and then the George Floyd thing happened, I posted that thing about, when everyone was posting, Black Story type thing, this happened to me. That's the only time I did it, and that's because we were stuck in the house for 2 months, and I figured everybody else doing it, why the frig not? Okay. And then people flooded my shit. Nathan, I realized that happened to you. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I was like, this is what people don't realize. And like I said, how people look at me, oh, you're not black. You don't realize that this is stuff that we just deal with on a regular basis.
All the time.
So we almost desensitized to it.
100%.
Of course it sucks, but it's, no matter what we do, it's going to happen.
Do you remember, I don't know, we spoke about this on the pod, 2 months ago? Remember we're at the mall? And before we went to the mall, we were talking about how when a person we know was saying that, about being racially profiled.
Yeah.
How, and we were saying it's an everyday thing. Yeah. We have to roll with the punches. Whether we like it or not, we have to roll with the punches. Literally, a few minutes after that we had that conversation, we were walking the mall. Remember the little girl? There was a mom and a little girl in front of us. They were walking.
Oh, yeah.
And after the little girl looks behind us, and the mom literally takes the little girl, grabs her, brings her close to her, and looks at us as if we're committing a crime.
Yeah.
All we're doing is talking and walking.
Bro, it happened to me. I think I said this story already.
What?
Me and my little brother, we're walking to the bus to go to school. We had school bags on and lunch bags in our hands.
Clear.
We were walking down the street. A woman was coming this way on the sidewalk, same sidewalk as us. She stopped 10 feet in front of us, grabbed her daughter, grabbed her like this, in front of her, turned her like this, held her there, watched us, let us pass like that. While we were walking, I was looking at her
I hate people.
What the fuck are you doing?
I hate people.
In my head, I was like, what's happening right now? Because I wasn't even fully comprehending. I was like, what are you doing? Just walk by.
It's so
she literally stayed like that until we passed, watched us the whole time, literally watched us all the way like this, took her daughter, shoved her forward, and then started walking.
It's so stupid.
When I got past her, I looked at my brother, I was like, yeah, you want to chase her? I was so annoyed, bro.
100%. I was just
and
terrorized.
Then that would have been over. Which, funny story, I forgot, the second half of when I got stopped this morning, I got stopped. I told everybody about it. One of the women I work with, she's like, "Oh, that would have pissed me off. I would have said like, go fuck yourself." I was like, "Oh,
you see?"
And then,
you see?
white lady, you would have saw me in handcuffs. What the hell do you mean?
Nathan, why aren't you at work?
Yeah. Oh no, they would have saw me at work. I would have been on the floor in front of the site in handcuffs, and I said, "What happened?" I said, "Fuck you" to the cops. What do you mean? No, I looked at her. I was like, "No. I'm not gonna do that."
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
just so they can have a reason to be mad.
Exactly. You know what's crazy? Another time, but what, 4 or 5 years ago? No, this was a little bit before the pandemic. I got racially profiled because I was at the metro and I was taking the bus. No, I was taking the metro to head to work, and some guy. I thought this was just for laughs. So I swear to God, I'm waiting for the metro, and after the cop, this person comes in front of me, doesn't show that they're badge or anything, and they smile. I'm like, I smile back. Because I'm thinking, like, maybe this guy thinks I'm someone he, like, clearly I'm not that person. He smiles at me and shakes his head after he shows his badge. And he shows his teeth. So I show my teeth and I'm smiling. And he gets annoyed because I'm like, but in my head, I'm like,
what's happening?
What's happening? And he's like, so he doesn't touch me, but he's like gesturing me to, like, move back. So I move back and I'm like, what is going on? So I take off my headphones and he's like, we're the police. I'm like, okay, like, what do you want? And he's like, okay, and he's confused. And after he's like, I need to sit down. So I sit down. I'm like, okay. I'm annoyed, but it's okay.
Yeah, you can't be annoyed.
Let me hear this guy. And they're like, so where are you going? Where are you from? Who are you living with? What were you doing what were you doing that day? Because they're asking me like, what were you doing last week Thursday? I'm like, I think I was at a restaurant. And he's like, what did you eat? What time? Who you with? Can you give me your phone number?
Bro,
I was like,
I hate interrogations.
Bro, I was supposed to be at work at 2:00. I got to work at like 3:30. For an hour and a half. No, like a little over an hour.
Talking about stupidity.
Stupid
nothing.
Shit. Things that didn't make sense.
What did you eat? What does it matter? What are you checking if I have diarrhea?
Can you tell me the cross? Because what's your address? Okay, what's the address next to that? And what's the address? Like not the address, the street name, the street.
They were really going in.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, what is going on? And now people are looking around. People are looking at, and people are not looking at it as like, oh, should do some accident. It's like they look at me like,
what did you do?
What did you do?
I hate that shit, bro.
Shit. Like what?
I hate that shit,
bro. I'm just a person listening to my my headphones, mind my business. That's the reason why I bought my headphones, so I don't have people approaching me.
Yeah.
And now I have the cops. So finally, they're about to let me go. They make me stand up. They're like, okay, if your things are not what's it called, like your story does not like hold up, we're going to give you a call to the station, and you're going to be in big trouble. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. At this point, I don't really care
because you know your shit's gonna add up.
Yeah. He comes up to me. He's like, and then he says, okay. So this whole time he was in front of me, so I didn't see what was on his notepad. And then he pulls out his phone, goes into his gallery. Bro, common sense. Like this episode is going to be like talking about common sense because this nigga shows me a picture on the gallery, and he's like, "Is this you?"
Of the guy that it was the most niggerific.
No man, bro. The guy was your complexion with a tattoo on his cheek, and he had glasses. The only thing that we had in common were glasses and the beard. But he was your complexion with a tattoo on his cheek. I was like, okay.
That's the thing.
That's where I got.
Part of me would want to say, yeah, that's me. But then, are you stupid, bro? I'm 75,000 complexions darker than that person.
Bro, I know
you can see that because you're standing in front of me. What do you think? You think this is a fucking tan? You think I went to the fucking Bahamas and just became this dark?
My tax money is going to you guys doing this stuff?
Bro. Like,
bro, I was so mad.
Well, I said this story a bunch of times. When I turned around because I had my music in too that time.
Okay.
And the cop was coming at me with a baton.
Excuse me?
I told you this story.
I swear to God you
I wrote that. Well, that's when I wrote that little thing too, and
when
people were freaking out. When I was in college, I was at Fairview.
Yeah.
I had my music in, and I'm just walking. I goes, "Hey, you!" I was like, "Nobody's. Who's yelling?
Yeah.
Who's yelling?" I'm just walking home, and I keep going. I goes, "Hey, you!" I was like, "Okay, that sounds kind of close." It can't be me though. Why would someone be yelling? So I just decided to turn. I just turned my head, and literally I just see a cop like this with a baton in his hand. I was like, wait a second.
It can't be me.
Yeah, but then I was like, I'm not trying to keep going because this guy's coming at me.
Oh, man.
Then I just stopped, and it's because when I got off the bus, there was like 3 cop cars, and an ambulance at the mall. So obviously, what the fuck is going on, right? You get off the bus, you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
So obviously you're looking, right? You're a goddamn human being. You're curious.
Yeah.
So as I'm walking down the street, I keep looking back, which I guess that's suspicious. Because I was just curious. What the fuck is going on at the mall? I just got off the bus from school. I have a school bag on and headphones. So I'm walking. I turn around. This guy's doing that. So I was like, oh, shit. I was like, literally, I turned around. I was like, oh, fuck. What? Whoa. And then this guy runs up to me. He's like, what's your name? Like, what are you doing? Show me your ID. And do you know what happened here? I was like,
wait a minute.
What the fuck? I was like, hell no, I don't know what happened here.
Anyway, you just got out of the bus.
Literally, I had a school bag on. I was like, no, I just came back from school. He's like, why were you looking back? I was like, because there's fucking 3 cop cars and an ambulance at the mall.
Is this your job?
Yeah. Is it illegal to look back?
What? Is this your job?
Yeah. So I was like, I guess because it looked suspicious that I was looking back.
Okay.
I was like, I was just curious. I literally asked, I was like, what's happening here? He's like, I'm asking you that question. I was like, I don't know what's happening. What's happening? So he's like, give me your ID. And then I give him the ID. He like checks through the system. He says, okay, you're all good to go. And then I'm walking again. And you know where Best Buy is? Close to the mall. I get to Best Buy. A cop car comes in from like the parking lot over there. Comes in like in front of me. Like turns, skids. And gets out of the car. And said, what are you doing like here? Or do you know what happened at Fairview? I was like, no, but your boy over there just asked me the same thing. Bro, I don't know what's happening. They're like, okay, fine. And then they go back in the car. And then they drive off.
Not bad.
I was like, yo, what the frig was that?
What the fudge?
Bro, I'll tell you right now, my headphones did not go back on. I was like, no. I need my peripherals, and I need to know everything that's going on. Because I seen cop cars. I was like, they're going to pull up on me again. Shit. I just need to get home.
Shit, bro. I remember, it wasn't cops, but it was when I was at an Apple store downtown, and I guess one of the wires was loose on the iPhones. Okay. No, the iPods. So I was looking at the iPod, so I picked it up because you're allowed to pick it up, right? Yeah. So long as the wire's attached.
They tripped balls.
I'm wearing headphones, listening to my own music.
And they're yelling at you.
And I see 2 people. One person is like boxing me in so that I can't like leave. Yeah. And the 2 other are just searching the wire to see if I disconnected it. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, sir, just wait, sir, just wait. I'm like, and I'm taking my headphones off. I'm like, yo, bro, what is going on? And after, like, we just wanted to make sure because the alarm was ringing. Because I guess my the noise cancellation.
Yeah, you didn't hear it?
I didn't hear that shit. So, like, the alarm was going off. So I was just like, what? At
least in that one I can kind of understand.
Yeah, but
like, still, yeah.
First of all, and the person
just talk to me. I'm a fucking human being.
And I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, sir, just wait. I'm like,
here's the other thing too.
It's those employees that take their jobs way too serious.
Let me just ask a question.
Yeah.
If you go into a place, right, and you're gonna steal something, you're telling me you're gonna rip that shit out and stand there? No, you're gonna rip it and run.
Common sense, bro.
Yeah, I don't get it.
What's going on? You think I'm gonna be just standing there, bro? I'm going to bolt.
Yeah.
I'm going to bolt, but like.
Man, that's yo, it's just crazy to me.
I don't know how people. I don't know. And the lady is telling you that killed me. I would swear.
Yeah, bro. In my head, as soon as I heard that sentence, I was like, what's crazy is if she would have done that, they probably would be like, oh, madame, calme-toi. For me to...
Excuse me?
Yo, who the... Yeah.
You're like, yeah, man.
You know, what's crazy, actually, a couple days earlier, I seen like a bunch of cop cars like passing by me.
Okay.
And then they like... around the corner. So I was like, oh, shit, what's going on over here? Curious again, right?
Yeah.
And then I just see like 5 cops. And I couldn't tell if it was black guy or it's just a person. I don't know if it was like a homeless person or whatever. I just see him guy standing, and I see this guy fly. They like tackled him into like a planted like area, like a garden thing. So I was like, I don't know what he did, but I know that shit hurt.
Oh,
bro,
they don't care.
Yeah, they slammed his ass to the ground.
They don't care.
Yeah, that's why I was scared. Like I said, when I saw that baton, I was like, there's no fucking chance I'm continuing walking, bro.
Imagine you were imagine you kept walking. And the person hit you backside.
He would have just fucked me up.
You would smell your brain. You know when you get hit so hard?
Yeah. I've done that before when I went snowboarding.
Yeah.
I hit my head, and I was like, wait a second, we need to go down. I need to take a break.
Yeah.
Because I can smell my brain.
I can smell, when you smell your brain, that's when you're like, okay,
Yeah, so I just don't get it.
What's going on?
So that's like I said, it's just happens all the freaking time. So that's why when I wrote that shit during COVID, people were like, oh my God, Nathan, I'm so sorry. I never realized those things happen. I was like, yeah, because we don't just discuss it. Because the shit happens often enough. Like,
exactly.
Bro, I remember, like I told you, that time when we were younger, and the kids called us like nigger in freaking day camp.
Okay.
And we told my grandparents, they were like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know.
Like,
that's what the fuck they said.
Yeah.
Like, literally,
I'm so sorry about
me and Aaron were just like nonchalant. No, yeah. Today people call us niggers at day camp. They were like, excuse me, all mad. I was like, yeah.
Did you go talk to the counselors?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Worst thing ever. Because now the kids know that you told your grandparents, right?
Yeah.
And then the grandparents came to the thing, so they like separated us.
They segregated you guys?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, guys, we're not learning. We're not learning. We're not learning from these experiences.
This is horrible.
And then that's the thing too, is like, obviously we said it right because we just figured, it's the right thing to do to tell. But after that, me and Aaron were both sitting there like, we probably should have said nothing. Probably just would have went on with our day. Because what's crazy is first they said it randomly. We were literally eating, and then they're just like nigger, and I was like, that was weird.
That's kind of crazy.
And then they started chanting it. I was like, okay, now we're crazy. Like we were weird, and now we're crazy.
Damn, bro.
Because they were smiling, laughing at us, and then just chant. They turned it into a song. I was like, this is wild. And to make it even more wild, it was a church day camp.
That's shit.
And we were in the church basement, like where they have like the
like
they serve the food. We were eating our lunch in the church basement, and they were saying that. I was like, yo, Jesus hears you. He hears you, and that nigga black. So he hears you. You know that, right?
Yo, what?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind.
That's so that's all those things, right?
Yeah.
Happen.
It always happens.
What are you gonna do? This shit happened. Like I said, I think we've discussed this. Remember?
What?
That's why I don't know when's the right time to tell my kids that they need to be careful of those things, because I also don't want to scare them into thinking, this person's after me, or like I have to be careful for this. But I also don't want it to happen to them and then them be shocked, which has already kind of happened with my oldest a little bit.
Someone said call him the N-word?
Yeah, well, also, did I tell you the thing? I don't know if it happens in your
that
kids.
bully, right?
The vinegar thing,
The fuck?
which is like a new thing, I guess, for the kids, is they go around laughing, say, finish the word, vin, or vi, and then you have to say the ending. What's the ending of vi?
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Your youngest?
No, the oldest.
Still,
that's what
crazy.
kids in like his grade are like running around saying that.
That's wild.
So like they run up to you, finish the word, vi,
That's wild.
and then you got to say the ending,
That's
nigga.
wild, bro. That is wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So that's the only thing.
No, but well, clearly, if they're old enough to talk about that and do that shit, then yeah, man. Talk to
Or
them.
even it was funny actually, because now they're in day camp because of the summer. They're chilling with their friends or whatever, and my sister-in-law works at the day camp, right? A white woman, obviously, dating my older brother. But they always say, "Oh, auntie, auntie, auntie." So then the kids are like, "That's weird." Because then I guess it was, which is crazy actually. This kid was there last year, but he like looks up to them and they're talking about like having family dinner. So obviously she comes to family dinner, right? So like, "Oh yeah, we'll see you on Sunday." He's like, "You go to family dinner?" And she's like, "Well, yeah." And he's like, "But they're my complexion and you're white." I was like, because
Call your child white?
No, they said DeMarcus. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
DeMarcus is my complexion, but your like auntie is white.
Oh, your auntie
I was
is
like,
white.
You don't think there could be white people in a family? It was just hilarious. He's my complexion and you're white, so you can't be his aunt.
Damn, bro. Ah,
That's some freaking, what's it called?
What?
Dr. Umar type shit. This kid just thinks that everyone has to be black in your family.
Yeah.
No.
It's always like, I remember, do you know, there was this one time that I was at the library. Did I tell you about the kid who asked me why I look like chocolate?
No, but I feel like that's literally,
it's a common,
it's the most common thing
it's
ever.
one of the most common things that happen.
Why do you
but
look like chocolate?
This was when we first graduated.
Because I taste sweet, nigga. Just run off.
I was like 17. No, it was like 17,
okay.
18.
Yeah.
We just graduated high school, right? And I went to the library, and I'm using the computers, and this kid just
why do you look like
comes up to
chocolate
me.
is hilarious.
And those awkward white kids who just like look at you.
Yeah, bro.
And they don't say
what
words, just look at you. And just looking at you. I'm like, okay, okay, so I'm not saying anything, right? And he's looking at me. And he's
oh, yeah, friggin' dry ass booger nose
yeah.
and shit.
So I'm like, what is he doing? Okay, finally, like, yeah, hi. And he's like, why do you look like chocolate? And I'm like, is this the first time you've seen like
yeah, that's what
like
you've seen other black
like
people,
you're
bro.
5 years old, like he's like at max now. He was like your second son's age, so he was like what 7?
Yeah, 7, 8.
7, 8, right?
Yeah. Nah, yeah, there's no way
So
that
I'm
you've
like,
not seen a black person.
what is going? So he's looking at me. He's like, "Can I see like the inside of your palms?" And he's why is it a different color?
Yeah, this is the wrong person to check that because this guy inside of your palms is darker than everybody.
Oh well, no, it's the lighting.
Yeah, the lighting
oh, my
helps.
God,
so lighting, yeah, look, damn, you got white palms, bro.
Huh? Damn, wait.
You got white palms. Nah, they darken enough. Yeah.
I don't like how my hands look.
Yeah, that shit looked light.
Yeah.
In the freaking thing over there.
Damn. Oh,
yeah,
whoa.
My palm is.
Damn, your palm is huge and it's lighter. God, no, no.
Yo,
the camera does not.
I don't have that
justice.
big hands, bro.
The camera does not, bro. Are you seeing this? This is like like those family moments when you want to take a handprint of father and son. Nigga, you look like my dad or granddad. Look at that, bro.
It's not that big.
It's huge. Yeah. It's huge. You can do you can be a one-man show with your hands in the shadows, bro. Your hands are huge.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, I don't know what the kid was just weird. And I was just like, yo, bro.
I've never actually had that directly.
Never?
Like, not anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything like that. No, the only thing I had was when the girl told me, get out the line because you're not my color.
That's crazy.
That's right, because that was like in the middle of July, so your boy was tan when I was young. Which is crazy. I think a couple months ago, we were going through like family pictures. Mm-hmm. I seen a picture, especially obviously on those old cameras, right? Like the lighting is not great. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, I was dark. Like I look like a shadow in the picture.
Jesus.
I was like, wait a second. When was I ever that complexion? Bro, like my legs look like they blended into my sandals.
Damn,
like,
bro.
I was like, damn, either the lighting sucks here or I was dark.
You were just out.
Yeah, I was a shadow.
Sure, bro. That's how you know.
Even my wife was like, damn, you were dark. Yeah, I was tanned. Jeez. I don't know. What's funny, I seen a clip of a YouTuber guy who's mixed, but he obviously, I guess he doesn't go out as much. Or even to me, I feel like you get lighter as you get older when you're mixed. Because even think about Kid and Play.
Yeah.
What happens to us? Forget him. What happens to us?
No, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't out, but yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so this guy, he was he looks lighter now. He showed I think his prom picture got leaked. This guy was tanned in that picture. First comment I see, this is what happened to your melanin?
Yo, let me see. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. If I find that picture, I'm gonna bring it and show you the freaking bro. I was dark. Even me and my brother were looking at it. I think we were standing beside each other. I was like, God damn, bro, the lighting on this camera, them little freaking.
Bro.
Where it buzzes?
Yeah.
You lose melanin?
You lose melanin when you get older.
Damn, you gonna lighten up? Yeah, for you,
I'm forever,
you
bro.
You are the model.
I am forever. Your skin.
What was I gonna say? Does it seem to you like your dad was darker when he was younger?
Nah. My dad was always the same complexion.
Yeah, so
his eyes, though. His eyes.
Yeah, well, that I've realized is the scariest thing ever.
He got
all black people have. I don't know if it's only black people, but all my family when I seen, I don't like their eyes when they get older. Old ass black people, eyes scare the shit out of me.
He has
especially I guess because what is it, black people? Yeah, you're more likely to get glaucoma.
Oh yeah, so because my dad got a blue ring around his eye.
Yeah.
So I just checked this and it says a blue ring around the iris, also known as arcus senilis, is a common condition, especially in older adults, caused by fatty deposits in the cornea.
Crazy.
Hey, yo, what?
Yo, this whole thing about how you get fat in your eye.
Hey, yo, what?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah,
literally.
Oh Lord, that's exactly my dad's. That's my dad's eye.
Damn, it looks like that now.
Yeah, he has the blue around his eye, which kind of this is.
Yo, aging is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Aging is crazy.
Damn, bro.
Talking about aging, actually, like that. Mm-hmm. I was driving the other day with my kids.
Okay.
And I realized the street I was on is a street that I used to take, I used to bike to get to my friend's house when I was younger. And I was just thinking about it because when I was younger. Yo, the world seemed huge, bro. Because I used to take that bike, which is also crazy. My mom used to let me bike from where I used to live as a kid. You remember? Mm-hmm. All the way to Ensemble Living.
Damn.
Far.
That's far.
I used to bike that.
Adventures.
We don't like if my kids are at the park that we can see from our patio door. And I used to bike all the way there.
Jeez.
And obviously, when you're younger, you're going on the sidewalk, 10, 11.
Okay.
I was going on the sidewalk, going on the street, jumping back on the sidewalk, going through parks. Mm-hmm. And I was going down that path and I was like, damn, bro. When I was younger, I used to look at this street and think, this street is huge. Mm. And I still have another 3 blocks to go this way and then I have to turn that way. And I'm driving down the street thinking, in 2 blocks, that's this street. I know if I go over here, it's this street. The shit just seemed more compact.
Yeah,
bro. I was like, God damn,
Like downtown, back when I was really, really young, bro, downtown was like, it was lights. I just remember like lights and neon lights and just tall buildings. Now downtown is just small for me.
Yeah, even like when I was younger, because back when I was younger, my mom didn't have a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't really go anywhere unless it was like family coming to pick us up to go to another family's house.
Mm-hmm.
So I never was like, I don't think I ever went downtown in my life when I was younger.
Oh shit, okay.
Or the one time we had to go for, I can't remember, it was like an appointment for something.
Mm-hmm.
We had to take the city bus. It was the first time I ever took the city bus.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Experiencing the city bus for the first time, I was like, this, and then we also had to take the metro.
Oh.
I was like, this is gangster.
Okay.
But then, so we were literally in the middle of downtown. I was walking, like you said, it felt like I was in Times Square.
Yeah.
It felt super busy. There was people everywhere.
Cars,
it felt, because like
lights.
you're looking up, right? Because you're so young. I was like, yo, this shit is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now I go downtown, and I'm like,
oh.
I'm looking down at people, bro.
Yeah.
I'm tall as shit. It's crazy to think, like, when you're younger, how big the world seems.
Yeah.
And now the shit just seems compact.
It's just
sad,
small.
bro.
Even like the jungle gyms, like the gym, the parks. Like I remember playing Marco Polo with my friends outside at the park, and everything just felt like you actually have to like jump.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Being afraid to jump off like thing. I go by the park, my head is like over it.
Yeah, bro.
I used to be afraid to jump off this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Monkey bars, you just do like this,
and you're like,
my arms is like bent like this. I'm doing the monkey bars.
Oh yeah. But when you're younger, you're like, oh.
Yeah, you're looking down like,
I don't want to fall, guys. I don't want to fall. And now you're just like, I don't want to touch the ground because bro, life is wild.
Yeah, them freaking which almost makes me sad to say, I can't sit on a swing. Your boy hips is too wide for swings.
It's crazy.
It hurts.
Yeah,
I actually can't.
Those are not adult swings. You go downtown, you have adult swings, but like, yeah. Like when I was trying to like teach my nieces how to swing, I'm like,
I can't sit yet.
Oh no, hey, yo, no.
And I remember as a kid being able to go in the baby swing because maybe you would mess around in it, and then you'd still be able to get yourself up.
Yeah,
sometimes your legs would be a little bit stuck. You'd have to like grab on and jiggle out.
Yeah.
Nah, if I tried to put one leg up in there,
it takes everything.
It would take the fire department. With the jaws of life, and they would look at me like, "What the fuck were you thinking?"
Oh, bro.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think. It's just crazy, like, and that's what I say. Was there ever like, you say you never slept over at people's house, but did you ever actually go to people's houses?
Yeah.
So, and your dad would just say, "Okay, you can bike over there," or like walk or whatever.
Yeah. All the time.
That's I guess you get like your nieces walk a little bit, right?
Yeah. They went to the pool today.
You still find it's less than like what you did as a kid?
Considerably, bro. I used to go out. And most likely you too, like to the point where my dad was looking for me to come.
Yeah, home. Bro. That yelling from the open the door and just yell your name and you hear that shit.
I'm just she should like. I used to play like there was this like section like a circle around on the other side, and my dad used to scream my name, and my neighbor used to call me saying, "Your dad is calling for you," and so I had to like go all the way there. I'm like, oh, damn it, guys. Okay, can we meet up after supper? Because this was during the supper.
Yeah, bro. So the sun is still out.
So I'll go home.
Yeah, you run in the house.
Finish supper
up your
quickly.
Food. Why are you eating so fast?
Yeah.
Just try to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then when you're not looking.
Exactly. Oh, bro. Like it was amazing.
Go back out.
It was like those times. It was just amazing. I never, because for me, like TV and all that was still there, but it was more like, okay, this is a night thing, you know?
100%, bro. That's why I said like
watching Teletoon in the morning or in the midday was weird for me.
I used to hate that shit. That's what I said. That's why I never watched. That's why I never watched all of Dragon Ball Z, because I was never in the house.
That was like
I was always outside.
But like,
and those shits always came on during school hours. Or like said, mad early in the morning. And even me, as soon as I woke up, I went straight outside.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And after my niece, just this morning, my niece was like, I was like, yo, you guys have to go out. You guys, like, you need to do something. So I told them, go see if your friends are available. And they're like, yeah, but like, what if we ring the doorbell and they're not able to like go to the park with us? Well, you come back, or you just go to the park with your sister. You guys are too. Right. And she's like, yeah, but wouldn't it be weird? I promise you, bro. How many times do we ding dong? Wait, ding dong. Oh, we see someone coming to the door. Hey, can Kevin come out and play? How many times did we do that? Yeah, bro, it's
literally,
Guys, Kevin got in trouble today, so he's going to stay inside.
Yeah.
After we all disappointed. But then sometimes Kevin would come back and be like, "Oh yeah," and after we'll just play games. Like, bro,
or the scariest thing, it was scary, and like sometimes it was like, okay, if you knew the people.
Okay.
You ever remember pulling up on a house and you just see mad bikes in front of the house?
Yes.
You're like, everybody's over there, but I ain't.
I felt jealous.
So I was like, do I want to go to the door or no? I don't know if I want to go to the door because they're probably all in the house. I might not be, like, you're definitely not inviting yourself. Mm-hmm. So if you go to the door, you're hoping that they invite you. Yes. If they don't, you feel awkward.
Yeah.
So you're like,
maybe I'm just not going to go. I remember that. Like, oh, shoot. And that happened to me one time. It happened to my brother and I. Because there was this one girl in our neighborhood who thought that we didn't like her. I don't know why. But
back in the day, those things.
Back in the day. So she invited. So when we used to go out, I was like, okay, let's go hang out with our friend Andrew, Julian, and all that. Everyone's like everyone is like at the girl's place. And I was like, yo, what's going on? So then finally I asked her, I was like, yo, like, Olivia, like, what's going on? Like, you're not inviting us? And she said, you don't like me. I was like,
since when?
Since when? And she's like, I thought that you didn't, and she told me there was this one time because I think she's like 2 years older than me or 3 years older than me. So when I was like 9 or 10, she was like 13, right? Yeah. And she had fine. But she had like arm hair.
That's great. Okay, so you ruined her life.
I called it.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like...
you called it like you saw it.
I didn't say that she had a mustache. I just said, oh, you have armpit hair. And she was like that, and after she left away, she walked away.
Yeah, so you don't like her.
And she thought I didn't like her because it's that. But I was just like, yo, this is...
I was just observing something, yo.
Like, bro, I didn't know for a while that women grow hair down there until I opened the book and saw. Of course,
when you're younger, you don't know these things, so you're just saying what you see.
I just saw, so I said, oh, you have hair in your armpits. I didn't say anything else after she got offended. So
it would be crazy if you doubled down.
If
you said like, oh, you have hair under your arms and I don't.
Oh, God.
She's like, oh yeah.
So like, so like you said, like there were bicycles everywhere.
Yeah, the bikes, you know.
And after I rang the doorbell, I was like, do you want to come out and play? He's like, nah, not really. And I was like, okay, Junior, you want to come and play? Nah,
which is also crazy. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You remember being that kid outside, asking to play, but then you also remember being the kid inside and seeing the kid come up to the door. You'd be like, you ain't here, nigga.
Yeah. I felt special.
I'm in here,
It's my turn to eat, guys. It's my turn
The only thing that sucked for that, for me at least, is when those times used to happen, when we did have to leave, the amount of times, bro, I tell you, that these parents or mothers would like be upstairs, everyone's getting their shoes on. Whose boats are these?
The boats?
She picks up my shoes. I was like, first of all, they're not boats, they're shoes. Stop saying that shit. The amount of times I've heard that sentence, whose boats are these?
What, because they're shaped like a boat?
No, because my feet were huge.
Oh, hell no.
Bro.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Literally.
That's
like,
insulting.
Because this is like a group of 10-year-olds, and I'm over here with freaking size 12 shoes or 11 shoes, and then like everybody else got 7, 8. These should just look like man shoes up in here.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, the amount of times, bro.
Or like, even, I don't know why. I found it kind of weird when I'll go to a friend's house and I have to say hi to the parents. But like, sometimes I say hi to the parents and the parents say, oh, hi, TT. How you doing? How's your dad? Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's literally our life coming to your house. What you mean is weird.
But for me, there's some people who like, oh, T, hi. So like, how's school? Okay, so what are you studying?
Yeah, we're not doing
this. What are you going to do after that? Okay, do you know what you're going to do for college? In college? I don't know.
Yeah, Miss Smith, I'm trying to play Super Smash Bros.
What math are you in? You're doing 416. Oh, you're in. Okay. Well, you have to make sure you do better. Okay. So next time you come over, when I ask you, I better know that you're in this math program. I'm like, I'm never coming over.
One was crazy. One time I was at a friend's house, and we were playing hockey. He wanted to play hockey. I didn't like hockey, right?
Gotcha.
So I was like, I'm still gonna play. Mm-hmm. This guy was whooping my ass.
Tell me about your techniques and shit.
Tell me how his dad comes downstairs, rips him a new one, and says, "Let your friend win."
Oh shit!
And I was like, "Oh shit, I don't need to win, bro. It's all good." Yeah. When I tell you this man just like let the controller down, and I was like, "Nah, okay, bro, you have to play."
It's kind of awkward,
what the hell? And I'm over there like, "Go." I was like, his dad's over there like, "Good." And then went back upstairs. I was like, "Pick up the controller, bro."
It's so weird.
Nah, yeah.
Oh, bro. Or like,
when I tell you, ripped him a new one, and I'm just there like, it's okay, sir. We're just having fun. Like,
it's so awkward. Or I don't know why. It was so cool. Like, not cool, but it was so nostalgic when you guys make it like a lot of noise, and the guys like, oh shit, my mom's coming.
Yeah.
And they come downstairs, and the mom was like,
give you that look.
Yeah, they give you a look, guys.
Time to go outside.
Yeah, time to go outside. I was like,
damn it.
Or it's like, oh, Andrew's time for bed. You're like, damn it.
Yeah. Now,
Damn it.
what I used to hate is maybe it's because we had a lot of movies, or just I don't know. Well, if not for you, obviously it didn't happen. People used to want to come in my house, like to watch a movie or like play, but I didn't want to be in the house. I wanted to be outside.
Yes.
So they would literally be like, "Oh, let's go to your house." I was like, "I don't want to go to my house, bro.
I really don't.
We're outside. I want to play outside."
I never liked to, and it got to the point where my dad's like, "Okay, when I call home, you better be home." Like, because
that's crazy.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm always outside. So he finishes work at 2:30. So I always make sure that if we're going to play basketball, we play basketball until like 2 o'clock. And after we run back home. Run. Because back when we were young, we thought like the park and home was so far away, right?
Yeah. Get there in like a minute.
Yeah, and now we can get there. Yo, bro, now like when I went to go and vote, because when it's like the center where you go and vote is like next to the park. I'm like, okay, well, shit, this is going to take me a while. Nah, bro. I got there. Like, do you ever like measure distance by the songs? So like, oh, it took me like 2 songs to get to. It took me like 2 songs to get to like the community center. And I was like, damn it, bro. When I was young, it was like a journey.
100%. When I used to go on my walks, like I said, I would literally walk all the way to like right before the 20.
Damn.
And I'm like, but I'm just listening to music. I'm like, damn, I walked far. Yo, I need to walk back. Because then in my head, I'm thinking, yo, it's a far ass walk back. I need to turn around. And then even then, I get back, like I would do that walk in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, damn, I wasn't even out for that long, yo.
It's crazy.
So then I would think, I was like, yo, let me go further this time. But then, like I said, the further you go, the further it is to go back. So I'm like, okay, I need to chill out a bit.
For me, I measured my, like, even my walks now. Back then, it was like, when I was younger, I was like, this is the forever walk. This is taking so long. But now as an adult, within 1 hour, like within a podcast episode. To the point where I was like, oh shit, like I can listen because I listen to the podcast, specifically 2 times speed. Okay?
Of course.
So 30 minutes. So I'm like, yo, I can listen to like 2 episodes. So
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
No, yeah. That's what I said. Like even, what was it? When I missed like my bus one time in high school, I had to walk from my old place all the way to Lindsay Place.
Damn.
When I tell you, I was like, oh, I'm never making this shit. Like, I was on St. John's, like, passing the Maxi. I was like, yo, I feel like I've been walking forever. I'm not even close to where I need to be.
No.
When I tell you I was sweating when I showed up in the office. Sweating hard. That's the only reason why she let me off. Like even though I was late, she's like, okay, I'll give you a pass so you can go into class. Because I was busting a sweat. I was like, yo, I walked here from my house. And I think she went in the system to look at my address. She's like, damn. I was like, yeah, I missed my bus.
Damn,
Yeah. I think at one point I was like, is it even worth it? I'm going to just turn around. But then I thought about turning around is worse.
Yeah.
Because then I have to walk all the way back. But if that ever happened again, I don't think I would ever do that shit again.
Of course.
I was just more scared of what was going to happen if my mom realized that I skipped school.
That's the motivation.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm going to finish this.
I got the muscle.
I
Which is funny is I was talking to my older brother about that. And I was like, yeah, because I think what happened is I was playing video games in the morning, and I lost track of time. But I was in school with my brother, and we both take the same bus.
So you had to speak to him?
No, he didn't tell me that he was leaving. And I told him this story. Yeah, I told him this story. He's like, I don't believe that. I would have told you. I was like, nah, bro, you was an ass when we were younger.
It's always
100%. He saw that what I was doing. He's like, I'm not gonna say shit, and he left the house. Damn. I think what's crazy is I think I heard the door close, and in my head I was like, oh, I still got a few minutes, and then time just passed, and I was like, wait a second, when did I say I have a few minutes? That was a long ass time ago. I looked outside. I looked at the time. I knew what time my bus came. I was like, oh, that shit been gone.
Damn.
I was like, and I was afraid because I thought about it. I was like, if my brother reaches school, and my mom just happens to wonder, or like say she calls the house, or like just wonders where's Nathan. I was like, I can't be if I answer the phone at home, she'll be like, why the hell did you just answer the phone?
Yeah.
And school started 30 minutes ago. So I was like, I'm not picking up the phone. So I was like, I have to get to school. I have no other choice. I didn't have money. I was like, maybe I'll take the bus. With what money, bro?
Exactly.
I didn't have nothing. I think I had like 25 cents.
Damn.
I was like, even back then, it was still more than 25 cents.
It was like $1.25.
No, even back then, I think it was a little bit less. I think at that point, because that was like, what? This is like 2004.
Okay.
It was like early high school. So I feel like it was even like...
Okay, I didn't take the bus at that time. I only started taking the bus in 2000. No, I took it in 2004.
Was it $1.25? Yeah, I think it might have been like. Well, I think it was close. It was like $1.15 or something. Like,
yeah,
it was actually cheap,
like
but even, I didn't even have $1.15.
Shit, bro.
I was trying to look under couch cushions.
Yeah, I used to struggle.
Yeah, but to find that loony, that shit was treasure.
Well, nickels and dimes.
Yeah, I found nickels and dimes. Wasn't enough
nickels and dimes, and we had pennies. Pennies were accepted.
Oh yeah, remember those freaking people that used to come in with like $1.25 in pennies, and they were allowed on the bus.
Yeah,
you just sit there, ching, ching, ching,
that
ching,
sound.
ching,
yeah.
I was like, brother, how many pennies do you have?
It's crazy.
And even sometimes the bus driver would be like, really, bro?
Just dump it in.
Yeah, just throw that shit in there.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Oh my god! And they had to like do the thing to open the buses and all that.
Yeah.
Because didn't he have the hydraulic doors? Remember that?
Yeah, it was literally the thing to swing it open, bro. We old.
We are old. We are old.
Oh, I almost forgot about that shit. The shit to swing open the door.
Do you remember that shit, bro?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Oh, this is some high tech shit," because they just press a button.
Yeah, and it just. What's crazy too is, back then, like you said, the sound. Yeah. Remember, it was just like a glass jar.
Yeah.
It didn't even count it. You had to count it. Then they had the thing where it would count it automatically.
You had three things. You had the bus pass. You had the money. You had those little the bus tickets.
Those little like beige things.
Yeah, the beige ones.
Yeah.
And they changed them every few months. And after you had like the metro passes that are like once.
But that was still even later on.
Damn, bro, this is.
I remember that little glass thing, and then you just saw all the money fill up in there.
Yeah.
And then remember when they actually came with the machine where it counted it by itself, and you were off by like 10 cents, and you just look at the bus driver like that, and just say, "Get off the bus."
Yeah. But bro,
come on, bro. It's 10 cents, bro.
Yeah.
It's 10 cents. And
That's
you'd be like,
crazy.
yeah, and it's 10 cents short. What you mean? You literally have to, I was like, but can I get my money back? Hell no, you can't get your money back. This shit's in that machine.
Yeah, and now the buses have chargers.
That's good. Yo, I haven't been in the city bus in forever.
The buses have chargers. They have ultra chargers. They have AC, like this super AC where they don't have windows anymore. Like the windows are only there for emergencies, but they have like these vents. It's crazy.
Damn, is that?
Bro, we went through like 4 generations or 5 generations of buses. Oh my lord. Do you remember like the seats? At one point, the seats were not separated. It was just one, like almost like a couch.
Yeah.
But now, like you have
everything is separated.
Yeah. Oh my lord, have mercy.
Oh yeah, the back of the bus.
Yeah.
Crazy. Everyone used to love back of the bus.
Yeah.
In history, we didn't like that.
No, because
now everyone loved that.
Yeah. Shit. It was, and if it was a hot and musty day, you had to take it. There was no AC.
Yeah, you try to open up the window, just put your head out, try to get some air.
Man, we went through.
Remember pulling the? Do they still have the thing to pull?
Yeah, well, you push it open now.
Wait, what?
The roof door.
No, I'm talking about the thing to ding to say like it's my stop.
You press the button.
Press what button?
There are 2 buttons. So yeah.
Oh, I think we used to have it like on the newer bus you had like the handle.
But now.
Yeah, but back in the day it was like yellow cord.
I love that shit, bro.
Yeah, we used to use that shit. Remember when you do it?
Yeah.
Like you didn't take a city bus, bro. When we like in like grade 9, we used to pull that shit every stop. Bus driver got up one time, stood up.
Piece of shit. Obviously, you had to do that. You had to be a fucking.
Kicked us off the bus.
Oh shit.
Yeah, kicked us off the bus. Remember where Zellers used to be?
Yeah.
Kicked us off there.
Damn. So you had to walk.
We had to walk from there.
Bro, shit. Yeah, enough.
What's crazy is, actually, this is what happened. I didn't necessarily get kicked off. I did it, but Tyler, thought the shit was hilarious. So this guy was dying of laughter. So when the bus driver came to the back of the bus, he saw him laughing. He said, "Oh, this shit's funny. Get off the bus." And then I'm standing there like, he gets off the bus. Layla and all them looking at me like, maybe you really gonna let this guy get kicked off the bus for you? They're like, get off the bus with him. I was like,
oh, you guys are.
Yeah, shut the hell up, bro. Man. And then they're like, no, get off the bus. And then they made me get off the bus.
They're assholes.
I was about to stay on the bus. Yeah.
You did this to me.
That's what I was going. Talking about that?
What?
That's 100% what Diddy's gonna do when he comes out.
Oh yeah.
Y'all gonna do this to me?
He's like feeling like King Kong.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, 100%. That's what's gonna happen. But yeah, I used to ring that yellow thing.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
And it makes such a nice sound.
Yeah, but I didn't do this. I literally just did it at every stop. I remember one person, it was just constant. Oh. Ding, 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 ding. Bus drivers, we used to make bus drivers lose their absolute mind.
Yeah. Which
is crazy too, because when I was younger, I used to take the school bus. Mm-hmm. And my bus drivers used to be hype. They used to like give you candy on Halloween,
Play the radio.
give you little things on Christmas, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
My mom would like send us with cards at the end of the year to give to the bus drivers. Mm-hmm. Do those things actually happen anymore, you think?
No, bro.
Because there's still school buses, obviously.
Yeah.
No, yeah, now there's freaking Teacher Appreciation Week and they're asking for money.
Pause! You motherfucking lying. You gotta be lying to me. No more chocolate?
Well, you can bring that too, but they said donations are welcome as well.
Sorry!
Oh, yeah. Or sometimes it's to give a donation so that the school can do something for the teachers.
I can take care of that.
Yeah,
I can give you chocolate.
Yeah. Or I pay for school fees. How about, is that enough?
Nigga, what the
I understand teachers are underpaid, but like, brother. Nah, yeah.
That's crazy. I remember doing that stuff in my school, and like people used to like just build like
cards.
Make cards
out of like hard labor.
Buy like a Bristol board and just paint the make you just had like 5 students who would like make a card and everyone else just
sign
writes.
It. Yeah,
and that's it.
Bro, it's because we can't be that simple. We have to be so freaking extra and all that stuff.
Damn, bro.
Nah, yeah. Times have changed.
Times have changed, bro.
Times have changed. I don't know. Is there any schools anymore that have chalkboards?
Oh my god, I gotta ask my nieces. What the hell
Bro,
did the teacher
which the only thing I will say is we're not that old. Mm-hmm. My mom said that she used to have to clean the chalk like erasers.
Oh yeah,
I never had to do that.
I never had to do that.
That's crazy.
Did I have to do it? No, I think I had to do it. No, I didn't have to do it.
I think like teachers like used to like what's it called, use it as like almost like in a punishment way. Mm-hmm. Like if you don't stop acting up, you're gonna clean the eraser. But you never actually did it.
Never.
But my mom said it was literally like I think there was like people like, okay, it's your turn this week. You have to do that.
Jesus, man.
Literally go outside and do this. This is the most dangerous shit ever. You just
and you're inhaling that shit.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. So what? Your kids have like smart boards?
100%, bro. I think.
Wait, you have smart boards?
Hell yeah! Everything's a smart board, and then on top of that, they each have an iPad. Well, at least in my kid's school, I think each classroom has a specific amount. Mm-hmm. So then, like some kids might have to share, but each classroom has iPads. Yeah, bro, iPads.
I remember. So they don't have computer class
and smart boards, bro. My kids say that they watch YouTube in school.
But nah, man, that's crazy. Like, what's the
Netflix? They watch Netflix. Like when they go to daycare at the end of the school day.
Damn,
sometimes the teachers will put Netflix on like the smart board, and they can just watch Netflix.
I am so sorry I can't do that.
Bro, all we had was them busted up, crazy ass tube freaking TVs that had a VHS player that never worked.
Then they had to call the janitors or someone to push it into the classroom. I don't get why it's not working. Yeah. Okay, guys, wait. I'm going to get someone to come back.
They're going to get another TV. They're bringing another TV. You have to roll that one back out.
And then you're missing like precious time to like watch the TV because
and then we don't get to finish the movie.
And how many months does it take before we finish the movie?
Teacher be tapping the side of the TV to get it to freaking work because the freaking color is like staticky.
Yeah, or like even in high school, our teacher, what's his name, Mr. O'Neill, he used to bring like tape cassettes to like
yeah,
bro.
Oh yeah, to just listen to the audio.
Yeah. Bro, do you remember the
projectors, bro?
Oh my god.
Projectors. Yo, I had a teacher in CJEP that we used his spit to clean it.
Yeah. When they take like the Kleenex and he dab with their tongue or I'm like,
and then at the end of the class, the teacher's finger would be black as hell.
And after they're like, all
these things. I remember that. I don't think our kids know what a projector is.
Damn, bro, they would never understand. Like, oh, bro, do you remember that shit? Or like, can you zoom out a little bit more? Can you zoom?
Yeah. Oh yeah, freshest thing when they tell you to come clean the projector, you felt like a G.
When you have to use the spray.
Yeah, you get to go do it. You're like, And then like the projector's still there, so you'd be stupid doing like animal things and things. So the
hurry up, Nathan! Hurry up!
Yeah, I told you to clean and not fool around.
Bro, those are joys. Yeah, like small joys.
Actually, I don't know. I think. Well, that's the other thing too. I don't know if they do, because does it happen for your nieces? My kids have to go to school with pre-sharpened pencils.
Wait. Sorry, what happened to the Iggy's Wall?
That's why I don't think they have sharpeners like that.
Why not?
Or I think, they said the reason why they want them pre-sharpened is because the kids spend too much time at the sharpener.
My dude?
Bro, that's how you socialize.
Yeah. Oh, you can speak. Like, usually you cut it, you talk to the person.
Or you literally used to do this shit, remember?
What?
You look at somebody you want to talk to in class and be like, we have to sharpen our pencils.
Yeah.
And you go to sharpen. Oh, so what's going on? That's how you talk, bro.
Bro, come on.
Gossip.
Like, and then the teacher like, okay, Nathan, it's time, or TT's time.
Yeah, that's sharpened enough. You don't realize you sharpen your pencil down to nothing.
And now
or sometimes you used to just do it for fun.
Yeah. Because you try to see how much.
Before the teacher catches you.
And after you have to like take it out, and after it's such a joy to see it all like come out.
Yeah, all the shavings. Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know if they have actual pencil sharpeners because they go with pre-sharpened pencils. And then they have their own. You have to like in their school supplies. They need a pencil sharpener.
Okay.
Which, bro, I'm telling you right now, I never. Well, my mom used to get them. It used to either be those freaking plastic ones with the 2 holes on top, the big one and the small one, and it used to always break.
Always.
Or I would lose the bottom, so I only had the top, and then sometimes I would do it into my pencil case, and then my pencil case would be black by the end of the year, or it would just break completely, and I wouldn't have one, and then you'd have to borrow the freaking cylinder one that's screwed on. The best pencil sharpener in the world.
What is it? Stradler?
Stedler, yeah.
Stedler, okay.
Yeah. The best pencil sharpener in the world. And there was always one kid that always had like a pristine one in class with a freaking name tag on it.
It's like,
I used to write my name in freaking permanent marker on the side. The shit would be rubbed out after 2 weeks.
Shit.
Even that, people that had all labeled, now you have to label everything. My mom used to literally just take a black marker.
Just like write
your initials on it.
And tell you, don't borrow it.
Don't lose this.
Don't lose it. Don't loan it to anyone else.
Erasers. My kids still have erasers. I used to take, remember the desks that had the little... Like the indent in the middle.
I used to take the glue. In there.
I used to fill it with glue.
You're such a loser. Like, why do you do these things? Like, there are things that we do that's okay, but then you do things and I'm just like, why? Why?
Literally used to fill it, wait for it to dry, and then take it out and like.
Wasting your freaking thing.
Yeah, bro. Wasting it, or even making elastic balls in class.
Oh yeah.
Like finding elastics and just keep.
But when the teacher takes it, it's gone forever.
Yeah. And they always confiscated it.
Always. It's so annoying.
Sticky tack. Messing with sticky tack.
Yeah.
All
that
these
was
things,
fun as hell. Oh my god.
I used to jack the sticky tack off like things that were like.
Yeah. I used to collect them all. Yo. What happened?
Yeah, bro.
The joys.
This is a nostalgic ass episode.
I fucking love it, bro.
Back in the day thing.
Back in the
Pokemon cards, then they got banned. Yu-Gi-Oh cards, then they got banned.
Do you remember the reason why from my school there was a Pokemon scare because a kid killed another kid over a Charmander or a Charizard?
That's crazy. Killed? We're talking about KILLED?
Yeah.
Over a card?
But it was never proven. It was.
That's crazy.
The Pokemon scare. There was 2 Pokemon scares. There was the some you can kill people over kids killing kids over Pokemon cards, and after the other one was that because it was more religious back then. They were saying like it's satanic.
That's crazy. I
you
never
remember
had
that?
No, I was just I think because it caused like bullying.
Oh.
Because give me the card or like it's my card.
Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yeah, bro.
Remember, like when people were playing it and like outside in the winter time.
Yeah, your link cable.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro!
Yeah.
And you're just hovering over the person.
Bro, I'm telling you one thing right now.
What?
Back in the day, I think this one Pokemon like the Gold and Silver came out.
Oh, nice. Oh.
Or was it? No, even before the start, it was Pokemon Red and Yellow. When
Red,
you had to get
Yellow,
Mewtwo,
Blue, yeah?
you had to beat the game to get Mewtwo, right?
Yeah.
Tell me how I get that for this guy. No, yeah, for one kid in my neighborhood. Actually, no, sorry, it was Gold and Yellow. But he also had Red. Somebody had Red.
Okay.
I got this guy all the legendary dogs. Shit took me forever. Because remember, Entei used to freaking jump around the map and you had to freaking follow this guy? Took me like a whole day to catch it. Tell me how this guy traded it for a Mewtwo. I was like, you sitting here and telling me I spent all day catching that shit for you and then you trade it for a Mewtwo? You piece of shit, bro. I said, I'm never helping you again in this game.
Oh, bro.
But yeah, back in the day, freaking catching that or learning the cheat where if you swim on the side of like Cinnabar Island, you get the missing unknown and you can get unlimited rare candies and master balls.
Or like the cloning. What cloning was there, right?
Yeah, I didn't know how to do that. I think you needed a Game Shark for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Game Shark also. You have to connect it to
your thing. That fat thing behind the Pokemon. Oh shit, this guy is really he's a real one.
What was it? Was it Game Boy or Game Boy Color that finally had the light screen?
It was the Game Boy Color.
No, remember, you need to buy that freaking stupid light.
And
nobody had that, so that you're playing at night, you can't see shit.
And after a while,
you have to find the moonlight.
Yo, bro, come on, bring me back. It was so much fun. Bro.
What's crazy? Even before all of that, remember marbles?
Yeah,
bro. I used to have a plastic kit that you open up and it had sections in it. and I had like the big marbles, the smaller marbles.
Yeah, the giant.
Yeah.
I had
we used to literally remember you just take it, you take a marble, you push it into the ground to cause a hole, and then you back up. And you have to pop it in. Yeah. Bro, we was playing some shit back in the day.
I used to be obsessed with my marbles. I used to sit down and just like look at them.
Yeah.
And just,
the cat's eye.
Yeah. Bro.
I remember one time I played marbles against somebody, and I did for keeps. Oh. One of my big ones. Yeah. When I tell you, when I lost, I looked at him. I was like, I don't want to play anymore. He's like, it's too late. I was like, no, you're not taking it. Yeah, I was vexed. I tried to take that shit back. It almost started a fight.
Oh my god!
I was like, no. I was playing. I didn't want to do it for keeps. Oh, it was just for pretend.
One crazy thing I did in elementary school was, do you remember Power Rangers? I think it was Lost Galaxy. One of the Megazords was like a ship that transforms into like a Megazord, and I was like, this is so cool. So I was like, I'm gonna steal it. I was like, Sean has it. I want to steal it. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. When Sean's not paying attention, I'm going to steal it because he leaves it at the bottom of his desk. I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it in my bag, and I'm going to completely forget about it. Through the whole day.
You did that shit?
Yo, everything is working out. Everything.
Oh, yeah, you feel good about yourself.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait to play this when I get home. I'm going to have so much fun. I get to the bus, we're sitting on the bus, everyone's like ready to leave. And someone's like, the teacher runs and says, wait!
Oh, the
worst teacher in the bus? And everyone goes... And they look at me, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, there's no way. Open your bag.
And they open your bag.
I'm like, no.
So the teacher, obviously serious, open your bag. You have the little crying bitch behind the teacher, and you have everyone looking at you. I'm like, oh, my God. So open it, and he's like, let me look. And I'm trying to,
Fine. You're trying to hide that shit.
I'm trying to hide that shit. He's like, no, let me look. And after they pull it out, he's like, Sean, is this it? And he's like, bitch, man.
Yeah, that was about to be mine.
Bro, I was so excited. I was like, victory is mine. It was like the greatest feeling.
Bro, you talking about all the stuff I did, the amount of times I got called to the office, or like the principal comes, or like teacher come on the bus. To the office? Yeah, that shit. And bring your stuff with you.
Oh,
they're like, oh, you're going home. Yeah.
It's a done. You're not coming back.
Yeah.
Or the teacher was like, wait. You have to do this for tonight's homework. Remember, like, when you have to leave, and they're like, do this, make sure you do this before you come back to school tomorrow?
One time was the worst shit in elementary school. Mm-hmm. One time, I heard mine and my brother's voice on the intercom. Please report to the office. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Mm-hmm. Tell me how they sit us down. We spoke with your mother, and we have, like, they had, like, uniform back then, and we know you guys don't have a lot of uniforms, so we wanted to give you guys some uniforms. I was like, what is this shit, bro? Jeez. So they literally give us, like, hand-me-down uniforms from, like, the school lost and found. I was like, I don't want to take this shit. But my mom talked to them, I guess, because she needed, like, the extra clothes. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is so ghetto. Damn. You have to go back to class, and then people going to ask you what you did. I ain't doing nothing, bro. I just went to the office.
Yeah, but what happened? But you can't just take the answer.
They're going to keep bugging you. I'm going to figure out the answer. Yeah. But I was going to say, even we going way back. You remember Pogs?
Yeah.
Pogs with the shit. But that's
all the time.
I only played with Pogs when I lived in Ottawa.
Oh, really?
Like, after when I came to Montreal, it's like people didn't play Pogs back then.
No, Pogs didn't last long, though.
But I had the big, like, heavy ones, the, like, metal ones.
Oh, you have one?
You use?
No, I had.
Yeah, you use that shit, and you flip everybody's Pogs over. You take them shits for keeps.
Yeah.
I used to have a stack.
Oh, man.
It felt so cool. But back then, that was just, like, I just had it in, like, a Ziploc.
Do you remember soccer baseball?
Hell yeah.
Bro,
I was talking about that with my wife the other day. She said she hated it. I was like, it was the greatest thing ever.
Honest to God, one of the most, like, competitive, greatest sports ever.
Which I think I might just be, like, cursed.
Why?
Because I went up to bat, technically.
Okay.
When I tell you, they rolled that ball, I kicked, and I hit the pitcher clean in the face. Oh, the ball went directly straight.
Oh, they heard the noise.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It was like, pa-ting! And I was like, do I get to... Can I run? They're like, no, you can't run. I was like, what do you mean? I still went. Like, I knocked that freaking child out.
And that shit was so
Soccer,
fun.
baseball, yeah, it was mad fun.
That shit, and you have to go in the bases and all that shit.
It was literally baseball with just soccer, yeah.
And after when you're, I guess, the pitcher, on the pitcher side, after you catch the ball, you feel like the gangster one.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Or you feel even stupid when you go to catch it and it goes right through your arms.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you're just waiting for it because it's in the air. So all you have to do is catch it and the shit goes right through your arms.
Shit, man. How many times do you slide in after you dirty your pants or you rip your pants?
Grass stains.
Grass stains.
My mom used to be vexed when you get home.
I remember one time it ripped, right? My pants ripped. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to hold the pants right here.
Try to hide that shit.
The teacher saw it, didn't say anything. Called my dad at lunch.
Of course.
What are you calling my dad? And this is like the first or second day of school. My dad comes back. He's like, "Oh, I saw the TT. Your dad's here. He's going to give you new pants." And I'm like,
he's like, "What do you mean new pants? I don't need new pants.
I don't need new
I'm good."
I go in, and my dad obviously is smiling at them, but his eyes
saying something else.
Bro, I didn't get beat, but he was just like, "I'm not buying you any more pants if you mess this up."
Yeah, bro. My mom bought me snow pants, brand new.
Uh-huh.
I went to James's house, went in his backyard. We said, "Oh, it's winter. Let's have some fun." We took wood that we found in his backyard, made like a ramp, ran from his deck, jumped onto the wood, and slid down it. Tell me how I did that. Flipped over. One of the woods had a nail sticking out. The thing took my snow pants, ripped my snow pants from here all the way down to my ankle. I stood up. I was like, well, I'm screwed. I literally got them that day.
Yeah.
I took them and I was like, oh, now I can go play outside. Took them to James's house and ripped them that day. When I got home, I walked in the house. Mom was like, what the hell happened? I was like, I had an accident. She's like, no, I have to buy you brand new snow pants. I have to buy you new snow pants again.
Okay.
The amount of stuff we did.
It's 134. 134. Damn.
Yeah, we went off, nostalgia.
Nostalgia is a crazy thing, bro.
Well, I guess nothing else to talk about, right? We went in with this nostalgia, guys. So
yeah.
I guess free Diddy?
Yeah. What? No. Diddy, stay.
Nah, yeah, bro. Take the baby oil away and keep this man up in there. It's about to get wild,
crazy
guys. Wait for 5 years from now. Yeah, we're going to see.
Everybody.
Yeah. All right, guys. Troublemakers would be reasonable. You'll see.
Peace.